Righty ho, you are looking at drawers and also drawers there. This is just a very makeshift kind of little situation going on here where the little fuzzy nests are, and yeah, just to create some little bit of extra storage space under here. Yeah, let's just keep that a little bit hidden, shall we? Just boxes of stuff. Now, you guys, no guesses for figuring out what is inside these drawers. Yeah, really? So I'm kind of now going to set the little camera up and have a little bit of a sort out. And I am, for the second time, going to use the little mini tripod that was very kind. Ooh, sorry, I'm a bit wobbly, guys, as you can see. There was a very kind Chrissy gift from my lovely friend Lynn, so thank you again, Lynn. And she doesn't actually realise that I've actually done something naughty. I did drop a couple hints, but I'd actually purchased her a Chrissy present, and yeah, even now she does not realise. So if she watches this video anytime soon, then I guess she'll be telling me off. Well, she's going to be telling me off anyway when she figures it out, either before she sees this or after, who knows. Now down the drawer here is my denim. These are kind of some of the leftover pieces, primarily from little projects that I have created. So I'm actually going to leave these as is in here. And yeah, so some of these were for some of those guys, for some of you guys that would have already seen my Tilly and the Burdens Lyra jacket. This is some of the denim from that, but there's also other denim from other projects that you guys have never seen. So I'm going to leave that as is. The third drawer is zero fabric. It is actually some of TE's books, and there are a couple little other projects. And this is kind of like, what's it called? Scraper foil. So look, little cute seal. And oh look, little swan with little signets there. So they are forever old. So yeah, they're going to stay in there. Maybe, hopefully, get those going one day. Right, in this top drawer there are actually quite large pieces, thrifted fabric, thrifted kind of clothing. I know clothing is also fabric, but this is actually being made up into shirts, and some of these were actually TE's when he was little. That sound in the background, that is just one of the little cavies having some water. Yeah, I have a big bed sheet. Some of you guys may recognise some of this fabric from a haul that I did a whole bunch of time ago, but yeah, this is primarily kind of for mock-ups, or maybe kind of, yeah, a little bit of cottagecore going on there. I have a couple ideas. So yeah, that is what is in that drawer. So I am actually going to leave all this as is. Pair of old pants there, which were TE's, a little bit of thread there, and yeah, so it's kind of, I'm going to leave that as is. Now, second drawer, fabric. So just going to kind of just toss that out there with the others, and just kind of do the same with the drawer at the bottom. Yeah, so I'm going to take that out and yeah, have a sort through. Okay, so now I'm going to be a little bit busy here and kind of sort this colourful mountain of fabric out and see if I can put some of these in a bit of a de-stash maybe again, and or sell to other friends. Sometimes they make a de-stash, other times they do not. Righto, so a ruthless page, who am I kidding, is now going to ensue. Wish me luck, guys. Righto, so I have made some piles. You can see Titty's feet there. You say good day. He's just giving the fuzzies lunch. Yeah, so these are bigger pieces of fabric here. Just going to decide which to keep. Probably mostly all of them maybe. Over here we have kind of more like itty bitty bits that could be kind of incorporated into something. Just some of the fabrics are so beautiful, especially this one. I have already made a garment out of that. And here, little sheep. Do not really want to. That's sentimental because a friend overseas purchased that. And yeah, this fabric here, this kind of olive khaki fabric, which does not look olive khaki in the camera, it's kind of coming up brown. It is, yeah, the light is diffusing it. Anyway, believe me guys, it is an olive khaki. And yeah, I actually did make a garment a whole bunch of time ago. It was a bird pattern and it was a nightmare, so it, yeah, never made a grain to a video, that is. And then the yeah, little mountain that I have got going on there is kind of the fabric that I am going to keep. Oh yeah, I look at that fabric and I do actually know when I see a fabric, okay, I'm going to make that and I'm going to make that. So they are all ready to create the project, just with, yeah, life stuff, health, kind of being in the mindset. But this is good. This is good kind of like fabric therapy to get through and sort it all out. And it kind of reignites the creative imagination. And yeah, hopefully if I put some of these fabrics out of the dryers and sit them on the sewing cutting table, then I can then see, oh yeah, right, go through some of the patterns and decide which of the patterns that I'd like to make in the fabrics. Righty-ho, starting off with the kind of itty bitty bits, and they will go in the black garbage bag for hopefully when I make the footstool or something. We have much smaller little increments of fabric here. This little bit on top is just literally a piece of fabric, but I can incorporate that in something, maybe a little coin purse. That could be kind of the feature. Yeah, so much smaller increments there. These fabrics here are 2.5 yards, give or take, and here 1.5 to 2 yards. And then the smaller little increments here. Some of the fabric I have used, and these are larger offcuts. And then there are the same again here, and a couple of them are actually probably about 1.5 yards. And then this little pile here, the 3 larger fabrics are a cut and drill, and I'm deciding, I think I am going to sell those. The little bit of fabric on top, these are all brand new, but this little part on here on top, I believe, yeah, it's 100% cotton. and yeah, I think that can go as well. So all I need to do now is go through some other fabrics, but this one's been playing on my mind for a whole bunch of time, and I'm thinking maybe the Tilly and Buttons Sapphire pants, or maybe kind of a little dress, but I'm kind of thinking pants. So I now decided to finish these overalls by Decades of Style, and I just pinned the lining, and the bodice lining that is, and I was going to machine stitch and do ditch stitch. Obviously this is inside, I'll ditch stitch on the front side, and I have decided to actually hand stitch. I know it's a little bit longer, but at the moment I just cannot get it to how I kind of want it, so I'm not going to risk stitching, so hand stitching it is. Okay, so I am currently installing snaps, and oh my goodness, it's just taking a bunch of time. Well, part of the fun, I guess. I have already installed 2 of them there, and it's just kind of creating, well, it's always a bit scary creating the holes, but it's a little bit easier pushing that little guy through because he kind of like sticky ups a bit more. But the other one there, it's a little bit blurry, is a little bit shorter, and it's such a nightmare to kind of squish that through the teeny tiny hole of fabric. Obviously it has to be small so it's a snug fit. Don't want it too big, or otherwise it'd be a bit loose. But yeah, that is what I'm currently doing. Okay, now they have been both installed on both of the strips, and oh my goodness, didn't I double check to make sure that they were installed correctly on the correct side of the strip, because oh crikey, can you imagine? Oh no, do not want to imagine. Anyway, they are correct, no twisted strips, they are around the correct way, and yeah, so there we go, all installed. Okay, next on the agenda are the lander pants. Now I made these a bunch of time ago. I wore them the other day and the rise is just a little bit snug. So I am either going to lower them shortly or continue with New Look 6000 pattern here, because I have a few more pieces, mainly the sleeve and sleeve cuff to complete, or the birder pants that kind of all I need to do there is just stitch there, just so obviously the facing stays inside, and also I need just to hem them wherever the hem has gone. So I have pinned them ready, so they are good to go. That will probably be the quickest, so I may do those first, then might do the landers, and then continue with finishing the New Look 6000. 1 down and 2 to go. So the birder style pants are now completed, and looking at this is obviously the front seam. Does anybody notice anything different? Haha, it is only when you go into the inside and there is a line of stitching there. Now okay, you could say it's because I wanted to make sure that the facing didn't flap about. Yeah, you'll be right, because I did it all on the ditch stitch where the darts are and the front end, yeah, front seam, and then darts at the back. However, not just because of that. Also, because these pants actually came up way too big around my waist, I actually had to take them in about 1.5 inch, and so I very strategically cut the facing, and then obviously under the facing, which would be all down that seam, and then kind of created a dart and very carefully manipulated it so it would then be like a regular seam, which, okay, I know technically it is, but a seamless seam that does not look like it has actually had any alteration to it. So go me. And obviously they have now been hemmed. Yeah, you can just about see the fine stitching line there. I did not want to hand stitch the hem line. Yeah, but anyway, they're all good. Better show you the zipper, hadn't I? Yes, I know, it's just a regular zipper, so it's exposed. And yeah, it's kind of, yeah, well, okay, yeah, say no more. But yeah, these pants are now complete. Guess what? Some happy mail is not long arrived, and I was expecting this parcel because a few nights ago, even though Instagram did not tell me straight away, it was about 12 hours after, that I received a message from the wonderful Adam, that is Adam Size. Link his details below. Well, not actually his details, his channel details, because it is a wonderful channel and I've been watching him from day one. And if you'd like to go and check his channel out, please do. And he has the most adorable fur babies. I'm not going to spoil it for those of you that have not seen his channel. Maybe you'd like to perfectly go over there. I know, I'm so sad. Anyways, Adam had seen my previous Friday size, and you recall the rainbow fabric, and I kind of wanted this like halter neck vintage style dress going on, so that kind of situation thing, and not having too much luck from my vintage pattern collection. Anyway, so that was the crux of the conversation. Adam had found something, showed me the photos, and asked if I would like one. And I said, yes please, thank you so much. That was incredibly kind and thoughtful. And then obviously he said he would mail out the Happy Mail Monday, which was yesterday. Showed me the receipt and the photo. Did not have to do that, Adam, that's okay. However, because you did do that, I realised that the price that it cost to mail out, I was like, hang on a minute, there's no way. I know enough to know, even overseas it would not cost that amount of money. So I was like, I think he's been up to something. I think he may have included something else. Well, yeah, judging by the size of this sneak peek, he most definitely included something else. So shall we take a look? Okay, that is not a single pattern, is it? That is. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. There's actually 2 patterns. Right, so I'll show you the original pattern that Adam was very kindly and offered to send. So it's V2962. This vintage one here with the halter neck style. Really like that. A little bit of a line out there. There we go. I got to get used to this new camera. And also, he sent me this one as well. How amazing is that? Now, I might have a pattern already similar or the same to that, but that's okay, no worries. There's a little note. I've included a few other things. Yeah, just a little bit. Thought that you might like, of course, a little lunar embroidery. Oh, only for special people get a lunar. Oh, thank you so much. I'm not entirely sure if I'm special. I've been quite a lot of things in my life. Special is not one of them. With the exception of my son, because my son says that I'm special and lovely. Righto, so let's look at the fabrics. we have a semi-structured fabric, and of course look, it has little birds on. Oh, I'm going to get in a little flap with this. Now, because it is kind of a little bit of structure, maybe I'm thinking of a baggie of sorts, because yeah, sometimes it's really lovely to make some like grocery bags and things like this. I would not use groceries for this. I'm thinking of a little baggie kind of for my sewing area to kind of put little projects in or something. Or I might even decide to make something for clothing, garments. And then we have this really beautiful floral fabric. It's absolutely stunning. Thank you so much. Really like that. And yeah, it is so soft and malleable to the touch. It kind of reminds me of like a brushed cotton or a lawn, or maybe, no, it's not flannel, even though it does feel like kind of texture. Whatever. It's absolutely stunning. Thank you so much. Now, something really cute. Look, I have a little Luna. Oh, Adam, she's absolutely perfect. And oh look, we have some little sparkly buttons there as well. Oh my goodness. Now this is really funny because I've got a little project in mind that I was thinking, and I kind of needed some yellow buttons. Now although there was some in the, a whole bunch of time ago, in the box for the Soul Hailey Jane, I wanted some larger ones, and you have sent me some. See, I think you're like me and you can mind read. Maybe we've got a little bit of ESP going on or something. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I really do not deserve this. Oh, I don't know, that is so kind of you. Thank you so much. And I'm really excited to sew up this pattern. Now maybe I will not be able to make such a voluminous skirt that is on this skirt pad of the dress. However, I will eke out as much as I can because I have only 2 yards of that rainbow fabric. But that holder neck is so beautiful. Because these ladies look so, don't they? They look so decadent and regal. I'm so not that. I'm kind of sort of like rough tomboy mix, this and that. Oh, that's just so wonderful. Thank you so much. And also, slight side note, I also spoke to the wonderful Ruanne on the phone the other day, and I hope she does not mind me saying. And yeah, little girl crush going on. So yeah, don't worry, Ruanne. No, I'm not like that. It's just, you know, an expression, girl crush. For those of you out there, yeah. And that was really wonderful as well. So I was really excited. And I know I've kind of been hiding a little bit behind the camera recently, and it's just because, well, just because. Not going to get into that. But thank you so much, Adam. That is so kind and so thoughtful of you. And I know we've already messaged and everything. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, so each time once I've made the garments up, I will be able to always remember that these fabrics were from you, and the patterns and the little patch. And I'm thinking of maybe putting Luna on my next pair of jeans or pants or something. Yeah. Or maybe on a little top, maybe to one corner, maybe to the left of a little cardigan or little lightweight sweater. Got a few ideas there bubbling around. Thank you, Adam. I know I sound like a broken record. I know, thank you. It does not always seem to go far enough, but thank you. It does. It goes massively enough. Love you. The pattern that is New Look 6000 is now complete, and this is all I'm going to let you guys see. And yeah, so I constructed the sleeve, both the cuffs. I have hemmed it, so that is good to go, and it's currently on a hanger. And yeah, I am going to do something else now. That something else are my lander pants. So I need to take the quick unpick. Dun, 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 dun. Also known in a different disguise, the seam ripper. And yeah, lower the rise in these pants, and look, it just seems such a travesty to take this tool and seam rip down there because those lines are straight. but it needs to be done. So I am going to go in, guys, and open up these seams. Righto, so that took me about 15 minutes just to tweak these and lower the rise. It was about another further inch, and yeah, not long at all. I have lowered rises so many times. I usually have to lower the rise, but for some strange reason maybe I didn't lower it originally enough, or maybe I've just stretched over the ears, who knows.
I know you're absolutely adorable, Lucy, but you're not helping. What can we do? I need to cut that fabric. Oh, here we go. There's your son, Honeycomb. You can do the same? No, that's good. Okay, Honeycomb decided to change his mind. You're not comfy. Clearly. Come on, Titty's getting your dinner ready. Yeah, there's no point being cute and adorable. And now Emma wants belly rubs. I don't know. You guys. What are you doing? Funny girl. What are you doing with that shearing elastic? I see you. That is not a kitty toy. No. Can I have it back? No, okay then. You funny girl. You'll travel, you are.
For going out. I think it was the magpie in me that really drew me to this fabric. About their service is amazing, but it's nothing quite like that in-store shopping experience. So Thursday morning I had a day of annual leave this month, and I shared with you everything maybe up until like 20th or 21st of the month. In the last week I have got a good little bit of sewing done, so I have a few more projects that I'm going to share with you for my January body cut out. And these things are getting put together along with the quilt that I'm going through. So we will be back with a make video very, very shortly. Today, I have got something currently online at the museum at FIT website. I'm going to insert a clip here to tell you more about the exhibition on the project. But I will show you this little scarf. This is a green pattern. I believe an old person, I do know I so last year I made seven of the 9 pieces that I had planned, and I made a video about it. That many, or pretty much all. I made clothes for dolls. I never made clothes for an adult human. That's kind of how long I have been like really trying to do. So garments, I know we all make things for the normal print, so not necessarily normal to print, just lovely print fabric. So it was a great way for people to educate all of my makeup. So this is part 2 of my journal series. Part 1 was my favorite video. It'll be 22:22 p.m. Feb 2nd, 2022. Awesome. Well, I got a little note here from Gatsby Hannah, and that is because of this beautiful, stunning fabric. Now, I first saw this on Adele's YouTube channel, Sorry for Serenity, and then as soon as I saw it, I went on to see if I could purchase any from the Gatsby website, and unfortunately they were out of stock. However, that does not stop me. I called them, and it transpired that they actually had a little bit left over in stock. So how awesome is that? And that arrived today. So within like less than 24 hours, I have this beautiful rayon viscose, and it's absolutely stunning. So look at the little elephants. Aren't they beautiful? And then very, very subtly, you can see that there's a little bit of very mild kind of mustard colour going on in a couple of the leaves there, and it's beautiful. So I'm excited to sew something. Got about 1.7. Yeah, it's just stunning. Absolutely love it. So yeah, go me. I managed to get some. Righto, this vintage style pattern 4219. These pants, and they are ever so slightly different. You can see the waist area there, so the blue one's kind of like a diamond shape, whilst the middle one is a straight band, and then the view 3 is kind of like a shade, and that is the one that I decided to want to make. And I use this rayon here, beautiful leaves, and oh my goodness, this was fun. So there we go, there's my showering. Really like showering. Now, the physics of this. It was actually a little bit kind of tricky to attach this, in the sense you could either do it separately or kind of incorporate in the fabric that you already have at the waist. But then by doing that, you've got to make sure that that is larger, because you have to take into account your measurements, but bear in mind showering shrinks it. So that is out the equation. So I have to do it on separate. I did 2 pieces. I was going to do one continuous one, although you could put a zipper in if you liked. I made these just slightly bigger, so that all they are is just pull on. So I had to get TE to stretch the shirring to its maximum, whilst I then pinned it to the main pants fabric at the waist, and then yeah, kind of make sure all the pinning was really good and there was no sort of gaps or anything, and then obviously put it under the machine and then kind of make sure it fits, making sure to stretch the shirring to its maximum to obviously fit in with the main fabric there. And yes, success. I have left the serging raw there because I kind of actually like that look. Yeah, so I have some full length kind of palazzo style pants, I guess, in this beautiful leaf fabric. Gotta have me a jungle kind of leaf print fabric. Stunning. And it's just something easy to put on kind of on days where I struggle a little bit with sort of closures and things like that. So you can kind of be like semi-smart, comfortable, but easy to kind of get dressed. So kind of, I guess, loungewear for around the house. Righto, as you can see, I have a cup of tea. I am out somewhere where I go, and right now I have just placed out this is a bit of a basic block, and it is something that I'm going to create, and it's not going to kind of look anything like this, especially around the neckline, because this is quite a deep square neckline for the front and more of a scooped square neckline for the back, so that needs to be raised up, and it'll be a slight triangle, and then what would be the side seams are going to be more straight, and for the front, instead of cutting on the fold, that actually needs to be cut in two pieces because there will be a zipper going up the front. Yeah, so I've got that project, and then I have the pants. I almost finished these last night. I have bought the little bit of fabric here in case I want to do the shirring on there, but I may just play around with this project. However, I've got these cutie little kittens, and I've had this fabric in my fabric collection for a little while now, and I believe I either got this from my friend's store or at one of the shows. Anyway, it's absolutely perfect, and Michelle, I'm looking at you, I think you would agree. Look, there's a little Bentley. I'm not sure if there's any Misty. I guess that's the closest to Misty. I know she's got a little white on her there, and Misty's all black, but we can think. They're just so cute, and look, their little blue eyes. But this, I do not have very much of that, and this little kind of top here I have made before as is, and what I may do is out of this kitty fabric is to create this as it is. And like I say, it's such a straightforward pattern. I believe it was the new look one off the top of my head, and yeah, I originally lowered the front neckline, and it was just a few sort of basics that I had in my closet, and I thought it was about time that I would make some more. But also, you know, my body's changed a little bit since I last made, so I am going to do a mock-up. In this fabric here I used for a recent make, those beige pants, so I've kind of got higgledy-piggledy kind of fabric left over, and I thought, okay, this would be just great for a mock-up to get the sizing correct.